entrance poll results. This is not official numbers. This is only what people were saying as they were going in. And remember, one of the important features of these caucuses, one of the real important features is people can change their minds. Even as they're listening to representatives of the various candidates, they can change their minds, and they don't necessarily have to vote the way they said to our people making these surveys what they were going to do. But right now, it looks like Ron Paul 24% to Mitt Romney's 23%. Now, these are the entrance poll results. All of the respondents now have been counted. But let's take a look at the real votes. These are official votes, and we're starting to get in. It's only 1% of the precincts that are in, but let's take a look at the percentage. Right now, with only 1% of the precincts reporting Rick Santorum 26%, Ron Paul 23, Mitt Romney 18, Newt Gingrich 16, Rick Perry 10. And remember, this is very, very early. These are official numbers, but only 1% reporting. And you can see how small these numbers are. Rick Santorum, 463 votes. He's 57 ahead of Ron Paul. Mitt Romney, 318. Newt Gingrich, 286 with 16%. The bottom three, let's take a look at how many of these official votes. These are the first official votes in the 2012 election season. First official votes that have been counted. Rick Perry, 10%, 169. Michelle Bachmann, 112. Five people have voted for John Huntsman. You know what I want to do? I want to go inside our cube where all of our experts are sitting. They're monitoring what's going on. Anderson Cooper is inside there as well. He's going to give us a better sense of how we determine these results, the official results, as well as the entrance poll results. Anderson?
Yeah, Wolf, and we've been getting a lot of the numbers in here in the area of the cube where we have a lot of folks who are basically crunching the numbers. What are you looking at here? Well,
Anderson, what we have right here is this is what the entrance poll data is. At 40 precincts, we had interviewers out there that were asking the questions, who are you, who are you going to vote for, what have you. Now, this gives us an indication of where things are going, but this isn't all of the data. We slide over here. This is where we're starting to see the raw data come in, the raw vote. And what this is these interviewers are asking questions initially, and then when the room happens and we actually see the vote, even before it is officially coming in, it is then being telephoned back to our folks who are crunching the data. Now, Anderson, we have a team of about half a dozen people led by our polling director, Keating Holland. They are statisticians, they are political professionals, they are journalists. They're the ones that are putting this stuff all together, creating an overlay, and that's where we're going to get the statistical model to then decide who's going to be the next winner of the Iowa caucus.
To be able to actually give a projection for who's going to be the winner.
We will, but right now, let's think about a baseball game. We are probably in about the fourth inning right now. That's why it is so important that we're just watching this data right here, but this is the real data. We want to push that data out, and let's get right into the real votes. But as we see right now, it is just starting to come in.
So when projections are actually made, it's based solely on real voting or also on entrance?
It's based on the entrance data. It is based on the real votes. It's also based upon an editorial decision that you make at the time. And these folks that are doing it for us, they have been doing this for a long time. They know the state. They know where the votes are.
It'll also be interesting to see, sort of in the post-game of all this, to see how the entrance data, what people said as they entered, how it jived and compared with how they actually ended up voting. To see if a lot of minds were changed and how many people were undecided when they were going in.
Absolutely true, and it also shows you whether that data was actually good data or that was bad data as well. So you're able to look at it in the end, and let's not forget, when we look at this entrance poll data, we will find out who these people are. Were they born-again evangelicals? Who did they support? And then, of course, when you go over to what John does with the wall and is able to pull it all out, he can show you specifically on the map where the votes are.
I assume it's okay to show the thing that's been saying confidential information.
Isn't that your telephone number?
I assume we've decided that's no longer confidential for some reason.
For our viewers, it's all right.
All right. Thanks very much. We'll be checking in here throughout the evening in the cube where all the numbers are being crunched. Wolf?
Thanks very much, Anderson. Mark Preston, thanks as well. Shannon Travis is over in Cedar Falls at the University of Northern Iowa, where there's a pretty large caucus going on. Shannon, what's happening right now?
Hey there, Wolf. We're continuing to peel back the curtain on this whole caucus process, literally and figuratively. You'll look over there at one caucus gathering that has not yet finished its voting, but you'll look over here and you'll see empty chairs. This group has finished its voting. This is the precinct captain right here. Her name is Agnes. And Agnes, you have finished with your caucus gathering. What are the numbers looking like?
Ron Paul was clearly leader for us, and then Newt Gingrich was close behind him with 4.
And how many people did you have in your group?
We had 22 in our precinct.
And what happens now with those numbers?
I'm going to turn into to my central committee, and then they're going to send that on to the state level.
And then they send that on to the state level, and that gets tabulated?
Correct.
Okay. And this is where she's going right here, Wolf. Agnes is taking the numbers to get tabulated over to basically like a nerve center for this arena of about 6,000 people. Some of the groups are still here, but some of the groups have left and the voting is over. Wolf?
Shannon Travis has basically been living in Iowa over these past several months, watching what's going on. Let's go over to Ankeny, Iowa. There's a caucus going on. Joe Johns is there. Joe, what's happening?
Well, probably about 300 people, perhaps more here, just finished voting. And what you're looking at right now is the votes being tabulated. Those on each piece of paper is the name of one of the candidates now running for president here. And with me right now, as a matter of fact, is Matt Strawn, who is the Iowa State Republican chairman. He happens to be, you know, the person who lives here, and this is where you would caucus. You did not vote, right?
Yeah, this is my home turf. This is my home precinct. But because we oversee the election in my office, tabulates and counts the results, and we've been neutral. I didn't cast a vote tonight. But I think you see the very best of the transparent grassroots process in action. There's campaign representatives actually watching the votes being counted.
Right. Now, that's important to say. The different people we have in here are different representatives of candidates who actually spoke. So you, sir, you spoke for Newt Gingrich, right?
I did, yes, sir.
Right, what is your name?
Chris Walker.
Chris, okay, and what is your name?
I'm Rob Johnson. I spoke for Rick Perry.
Great, and that's right. We talked earlier.
Yes.
You spoke for Mitt Romney. All right, and you spoke for Ron Paul.
I did. Nathan O'Connor.
Great, great. All right, well, thanks very much to you all. So that's what it looks like, and if we can go back over here, as you can see, the counting is progressing fairly quickly, Wolf. We're going through just a small group of names, and we're also trying to you know, keep tabs on who's who, and we can come back to you probably momentarily with the results. It looks like they're almost through with those pieces of paper. So it's been a very, very fast-moving process, if you will, here tonight. I'm almost afraid to interrupt here because they don't want them to get their counts. How quickly does this happen? I mean, it looks like they're going to be done in 5 minutes.
Well, you know, we don't mess around here in the Hawkeye State, Joe. So we've got the whole world waiting to see the results from Ankeny 10. But this process is happening in 1,773 other precincts simultaneously, so it's the very best of the grassroots process.
Now, what's really funny to me is last time around, we had what? We had a social conservative at the very top, and the guy who won the nomination ended up actually getting second here.
Correct. In this precinct 4 years ago, Mike Huckabee won the precinct, followed by John McCain, and then Mitt Romney was third in this precinct.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Matt Strawn. Really good to see you. And it looks like they just opened another envelope, so we're probably going to be another minute or two, Wolf, before we get the tabulations. But we'll get to you when they're finished counting.
We're watching history, as I say, unfold. These are the first official votes of the 2012 presidential season here in the United States. We'll get back to you, Joe. Joe's in Ankeny. We're also going to other caucuses. We have live cameras standing by. We're going to watch what's going on. We have the results of the entrance polls. As you saw, Ron Paul slightly ahead of Mitt Romney, 24%, 23%. That's not the official results. They're counting votes right now. We'll get the official results. Stay with us.
CNN's coverage of the Iowa caucuses is sponsored by coal, the source of nearly half of our electricity. It is America's power. And by AT&T. Get it faster with 4G. Rethink possible. Go to CNNpolitics.com to get the most up-to-date news and facts from the best political team on television.
Our economy, our workforce, we've all taken some big hits. But this is America. With more energy from coal, the fuel that supplies nearly half our electricity affordably, we'll keep energy costs in check, jobs in America, and together we will power the next great comeback. Clean coal, that's America's power.
This new AT&T 4G LTE is fast. Did you hear Sam got promoted to director? So 12 seconds ago. We should get him a present.
Thanks for the gift basket.
You're welcome.
You see HR just sent out new
Office rules? Because you're currently in violation of 6 of them.
Oh, yeah, baby?
And 7.
You guys hear that Fred's leaving?
So 30 seconds ago. We'll miss you.
Oh, face cake.
Some leftover cake.
The new HTC Vivid. Stay a step ahead with AT&T 4G LTE with speeds up to 10 times faster than 3G.
Who's searching for you? Go to MyLife.com and see if someone is searching for you for free.
There were people I couldn't find anywhere. I found them on MyLife.com.
Go to MyLife.com and see if someone is searching for you right now for free.
CNN Tonight. A Piers Morgan special live at midnight. Piers has the last word on Iowa and the first on New Hampshire. Rick Santorum joins him live tonight midnight.
Are you looking for direction to your financial destination? Call me, Heather Boivin, for investment strategies and one-on-one advice. At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
I love my pets, and I would do anything for them. But that doesn't mean I have to overpay for their medications. That's why I always order from 1-800-PET-MEDS. They carry the products that protect my pets from fleas, ticks, and heartworms for less. I get the same exact brand name meds as the vet, and shipping is fast and free. Plus, they add a special treat for my pets. I get everything I need at 1-800-PET-MEDS.
Call 1-800-PET-MEDS or visit 1-800-PETMEDS.com.
Do you have a recovery plan for your investments? While no one can control the market, you can develop a personalized strategy to take advantage of investment opportunities that are available today. To learn more, contact me, Greg Williams, your local Edward Jones financial advisor in Old Town, Traverse City.
John King, USA. CNN tomorrow night, 6 Eastern.
All right, we're getting more official results now. 4% of the precincts in. I just want to show you this is still very early in the official count. You saw what's going on with the entrance poll results. Slight lead in the entrance poll results for Ron Paul over Mitt Romney. But 4% of the vote now in. These are official numbers. 24% for Rick Santorum, also 24% for Ron Paul. Rick Santorum is 25 votes ahead of Ron Paul, 1,229 to 1,204. Mitt Romney has got 22% with about 1,100. Newt Gingrich, 14%, 690. Rick Perry, only 9%, 460. Michelle Bachmann, 6%, 323 votes. John Huntsman has 26 votes, 1%. You see what's going on. Remember, this is 4%. I want to go back to Joe Johns right now. He's in Ankeny watching what's going on. Joe, I take it the counting is actually started. What's going on there?
47, 48.
They have, so far we've counted out 57 votes for Rick Santorum, and now they're doing the Mitt Romney votes.
55,
we're at 55 and still counting. There's still a lot more in her hands, so I don't know how many she's going to end up on. The counting continues, Wolf.
65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72.
72 votes for Mitt Romney there. So that gives you some idea of what's going on here. We're also waiting to... We really got a lot of applause in the room for Ron Paul. So it'll be interesting to see whether the amount of applause translates into a lot of votes. But it's clear there was a lot of support in the room for Ron Paul.
6, 7, 8. 9.
All right, Joe, stand by. We'll get back to you. We'll get a better sense. Joe's in Ankeny, Iowa at the Des Moines Area Community College. Rick Perry is speaking in Clive outside of Des Moines as well, the Texas governor. Let's hear what he's saying.
That's how far they came. They came because they knew that there's a land of opportunity still in this country. And there's a model for America in this country. And we have put that model in place. If we really want to make a difference in this country, if we want to leave this country for our children in good shape, there's two things that we can do together. And it's going to take us all working together. This election's not about me. It's about you. It's about our children. It's about our grandchildren. And it's about having a president of the United States who respects the Constitution of this country, who understands that we must pass a balanced budget amendment to the United States Constitution and do it as soon as we can. We know that we've got to have a part-time Congress. Cut their pay, cut the amount of time that they're spending in Washington, D.C., cut their staff, send them back home. Let them work a job like you do, living in the constituency under the laws that they pass. We can get our country back on track. We can have this country energy dependent. We can send the message to the world again that America is strong economically And if she is strong economically, she's going to be strong militarily, and the rest of the world is going to respect us. That's what you will get out of Governor Perry. I will defend life every day with those appointments to the United States Supreme Court. I will have the type of individuals working, the philosophy that we share, to go into those agencies that are over-regulating us,